Sock needs no introduction, a successful transition from tennis to pickleball, and we are underway from championship court.
Side out, point 1. 1-0. Side out, point 1.
So, David, in a match like this, you got a guy like Anderson Scarpa coming on as the fill-in. Do you think the target is going to be a little bit on his back when you look across the court and see Daescu and Frazier and how savvy they are?
Yeah, you see it's right there. Really trying to press that middle and get Jack Sock in there. I mean, if you're Scarpa, this is a great opportunity. I know Scarpa well. He is looking forward to this, going from challenger up here, competing in Premier. He's ready to show what he's got.
Anderson Scarpa, the former Mercer Bear, had a great showing in Vegas when he was filling in there as well for Christian Alshon.
Side out, point 3.
A little short there from Sock, right? First match, but he's going to hit a rhythm. They were over on the backcourts warming up.
3-2.
Nice finish there by Andrei Daescu. Weather here in South Florida, a little bit overcast right now. A little bit breezy as well.
Point.
Scarpa left that one a little high. You know, he's used to, he plays the left a little bit. See what he can do here on the right side.
Nicely done by Jack Sock. So CJ Klinger, the guy being subbed for New York, and man, did he have an outstanding event here in Miami.
Point. Four, 5.
Oh,
Right foot.
Andrei there with the Ernie attempt. Good catch by the referee on the foot fault. Scarpa smiling a little bit. He knew he got caught a little bit out of position right there on that forehand.
Side out, point 6. 6-5.
Good hands battle. Jack Sock, the final say there.
That's a big time put away. You see, they're trying to press Jack Sock a little bit there on his backhand. You know, he's known for running around that a little bit.
6-6.
So they're going to try and set that up. Maybe go after Scarpa.
Side out,
Big
point
time put
7.
away.
Arizona had all the momentum in Vegas at the last MLP event, but have not really been able to rev up the engine here in South Florida. There's another put away by Dylan Frazier.
There's the hands coming into play. Off the net, still able to get that and put it away.
8-6.
That's the kind of point that Arizona's definitely going to look to keep going, that construction, getting onto Jack Sock's backhand, letting him throw some over the middle, and then being able to get to Scarpa. If Sock's going to speed that up at Dylan Frazier.
And in these conditions, how has the Vulcan ball been holding up here in Miami?
The Vulcan ball's been holding up really well. You haven't seen a ton of
7-9.
issues with it, even on the backcourts. You know, we've been playing several games with it, so. Oh, what a shot! That's where you see him running around that backhand, being able to put that type of angle, that type of spin. It's a great shot by Sock.
8-9.
Just defying the angles here. So New York now starting to get the better of these hands battles.
You see the confidence in Scarpa right now. He's ready for the moment. He's been sitting on the sidelines watching, thinking he can do this. He's ready to prove it here. This is great.
9.
Just imagine the energy you must have if you are Scarpa. For 3 days, just kind of hanging out, doing some commentating, and then finally, on the final day, you get the call.
20.
I mean, getting called up into Premier has got to definitely test your mental fortitude right there.
11-9. Side out, point 10.
And there's that Sock forehand cross-court dink. He's inside out in that ball. That's really key, especially with the length of Daescu.
Side out, point 12.
Constant attack mode here for Frazier and Daescu, and they've got a 2-point lead. Remember, play to 25 here in MLP, win on the serve at a side switch after the first to 13.
That's key. You see Scarpa just kind of shifting out there, letting Sock take a lot of middle. A new partnership. Looks like they've worked on that a little bit here. Scarpa definitely understanding his role in this team.
And just short from Jack Sock, so that'll take us to our first break. Arizona 13-11 here, just underway, our first match of the day on championship court. So breakers just in case the teams are even on points. The big story, Anderson Scarpa filling in here and doing an admirable job halfway through game one. So Drew Felios alongside David Tabb. And David, opportunity for you, my man, to jump in the booth this morning. I am psyched for you, brother.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then I heard that I was getting to commentate with you, who I have been following in this sport for a while as well. A couple of Florida boys commentating in Miami. Can't ask for a better shot.
Point.
So Dylan Frazier a little bit short.
13-13.
And back-to-back points now for New York out of the timeout.
Side out, point
Yeah, you see that backhand again. Right? He tried to avoid it, trying to come out with just really turning his paddle over right there. That's not going to work
14.
against somebody like Frazier sitting across from you.
Side out, point 14.
Jack Sock, very businesslike here in Miami. Loves to have fun, colorful personality.
14-14.
Here we go, Scarpa showing up. That's a great point. Yeah, Jack Sock's a great person. In Atlanta, we did the amateur event. He actually gave out the medals to the winners.
15,
Great
14.
person.
How much would it mean, David, if New York could steal this game one with Scarpa and Sock?
It would be huge
16,
for them,
14.
not only for a momentum factor, but also too, like, they're coming off a tough matchup from yesterday. To be able to take a win right here would definitely set a great tone for this matchup. That's a good point. Scarpa, you can see he's definitely feeling good. If you're hitting that lob into this win, he's got a unique grip. He was able to disguise it by kind of setting that up all game and be able to pull that off right there. He's locked in.
Yeah, that wind has been a factor continually over the last 4 days. And you look at the Arizona Drive combined DUPR, Daescu and Frazier. Oh, open court.
I mean, Scarpa's definitely feeling it right now. You got a couple seasoned pros. You know, Arizona's got the lead, but a couple of just little bit of cleanup here from New York, and they can make a nice
17,
run.
16.
That's seasoned professional right there. Recognizing it, being able to reach in, the length of Daescu.
17, 17.
Oh, here comes Andrei. Interesting, the attire of Daescu, those long, tight sleeves, also on his arms and legs.
18, 17.
Yeah, Daescu coming from Palm Beach Gardens, long history of teaching, playing tennis.
Yeah.
He understands the sun and what it can do to you out here.
Yep.
Yeah, they're targeting that support, being able to provide pickleball into a new area and really set the tone.
Absolutely awesome. Oh, just get that one in.
It's a good move there. I always try to see if those timeouts work.
18, 20.
It's interesting, Scarpa taking the middle and the backhand there, being able to reset those balls.
21, 18.
Oh, yeah.
Side out point, 19.
So Scarpa holding his own here. Still 2 points to make up for New York.
19, 21. Side out point, 22.
Mistink there by Sock.
22,
Now
19.
big opportunity for the drive.
Scarpa able to defend that off. Jack's just a little bit on top.
23, 19.
There you go. That's the big time aggression that we want to see out of Sock.
20, 23.
quick hands from Scarpa.
It is just fun to see that, you know, where MLP is, being able to see a player like Scarpa be able to just come onto the big stage and really show what he's got. What a great place. He is taking full advantage of this moment.
Yeah, I feel like on the men's scene, there are so many players capable of doing what Anderson is doing right now.
Side out, point 24.
Arizona now with a chance to finish off game one. First game point.
24-21. Side out, point 22.
Well, he wanted to finish it on that point.
So the door's still open here for the Hustlers.
Side out, 24.
They're going after that backhand on sock. I mean, these two players here are good enough to just keep beating on it until he can figure out a way to just put it back. All you got to do right here, get it back over in the middle, keep that point going.
24-22.
Second game point here for the Drive. And there it is for Daescu and Frazier. Still quite a debut here in Miami for Anderson. Scarpa not quite enough to get a W in men's doubles for the Hustlers. Andrei Daescu, one of the most imposing figures in all of pickleball this weekend here in Miami.
Vulcan ball. Game 2. Time in.
So the Vulcan ball in the hands of Lea Jansen. Women's doubles are favorite. Underway.
That's a well-constructed point. If we're going to see points like that the rest of this game, this is going to be a lot of fun.
1-0.
Oh, that one just goes right at wind. Absolutely carried it.
All the players trying to figure it out right now. A crafty shot right there from Jessie. She knows she could press that now. I don't know if later on in the game that'll still be there.
2-1.
Great recognition.
I think the theme of women's doubles thus far, the pace of play, it's been so fast over the last 4 days. This game begins just a little bit slower than what we're used to seeing. Just as I say that, bang, bang.
Yeah, I mean, Kawamoto's definitely known for the defense, so Arizona's going to have to really put together some well-constructed points to be able to win some of those. Yeah, the wind definitely playing a factor into some positioning. These ladies will figure it out, but to start the game is definitely going to be a factor.
4-2.
1-1.
I always like to pick out a player on the court and kind of spotlight them. Which player do you think is going to be the X factor in this matchup?
5-2.
And the one serving right now, Lacy Schneemann, you know, she's playing on the left side. If she can really take a hold of the middle, and Jessie really sets that up, she has a recipe for success in there, and she's proven she can do it.
3-5.
That's going to be the X factor.
Lea Jansen, just marvelous touch right here.
That's one of those ones with going for a little too much. It's early in the game, rally scoring, testing out the feel.
4-5. Side out, point 6.
I like that eye right there. Being able to let that ball go definitely means, you know, Jessie's settling in. She's got that confidence factor. She's had some really good points here.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You see it steaming right there, able to set that up. That one dig was a little too high, but Jessie able to put her away.
7-4.
Those are the points that Arizona's looking to put together. That helps.
So Jessie Irvine to serve. UCLA Bruin.
8-4.
Savvy veteran, age 35.
Point.
And that one sails
Timeout, New York.
a little bit long,
9-4.
so Arizona.
Not just on court, but off court as well, being able to really help a lot of players.
Coach Me Pickleball, ring a bell? That's the YouTube channel for Morgan Evans. As New York effective out of the timeout, able to score.
5-9. Side out, point 10. 10-5.
That's a classic. That's a good Arizona point right there. New York's just got to find a way to keep the points going a little bit here, set up their strategy. I feel like they're playing Arizona's game right now, and they just got to really start to impose their strategy on this. And they got to do it quick because Arizona's pulling away.
Oh, Jessie on a mission.
I mean, she's been playing incredible ball. You know, winning PPA and mixed. She's playing a really high level right now.
I think you nailed it, though, David. Talked about Schneemann being perhaps the key in this match. She's set the tone up to this point.
6-12.
Good put away. Yeah, we're going to change ends, but if I am New York, I'm trying to let Jessie touch as limited amount of balls right now because she is on fire.
So Arizona up a game. Florida Pickleball as well.
Yeah, All Florida Pickleball is a organization we have here in Florida. Try to do a lot of good work and really just promote the sport as an asset to the community. We'll raise close to $100,000 this year for nonprofits through pickleball tournaments and events and things like that we like to do. And then we had a little pro league for players trying to make it to this level. So trying to just keep promoting the sport.
Arizona now in the far court.
Interested to see what Arizona does here on this side, right? Because we've seen a lot of success from the side closest to us going into the wind. Makes it easy with that.
Yeah, wind is really picked up right now here at the fairgrounds.
14-7.
So you've seen a little bit of that adjustment. Jessie was throwing the ball up to gauge the wind factor and what it was really doing to make that ball dance.
8-14.
another good point. I like Schneemann putting that ball back in the middle, really getting it. Kawamoto changed that pattern a little bit.
And Lacy Schneemann again, she has set the table here in this game. And also we've got going on Grandstand right now. Orlando Squeeze, LA Mad Drops. Fire by Irvine, but a pretty nice point.
That's a new shot. I'm seeing Jessie coming across, forehand, rolled it over.
9-16.
Rare miscommunication there. It happens, right?
I think that you're starting to see they're pulling away, so they're getting excited, really trying to wrap up this game.
And that one sails on Irvine just a bit, so opportunity here for the Hustlers.
11-16.
That is a great cross court there by Jessie. Really pulling Lea out there.
17-11.
That's the kind of point New York needs to really get back on track here. Being able to play a little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, switching it up, and then being able to get that mistake from Jessie, just putting that in good spots. Got to be able to string a couple of those together. I'd love to just see that confidence factor from New York really rise up. We know the girls can play the game.
18-12.
Still 6-point lead here. Jessie Irvine once again so effective. So Schneemann and Irvine got a really nice groove working right here.
What an angle there by Schneemann. But you see Jessie really setting up that point, taking control, even with the backhand in the middle, being able to really push around the Hustlers.
All right, the 8-point lead for Arizona. It has been all Schneemann and Irvine here in this game.
That's a phenomenal. That's a fun point right there. I love New York winning it. Right, they're going to come out of this timeout, just get strong right now.
20.
Schneemann's really able to sit on that because of the positioning of Irvine right there. And Jessie's just clogging the middle. So Schneemann can really just let loose right now.
21-13.
Lacy Schneemann just turned 28 years old. And finally, Lea Jansen with the putaway. So Schneemann in her late 20s. Is there a prime age for pickleball? I think that's the beauty of it. Some start later on in life. You can say late 20s, mid 30s, but I don't know. It's a tough question.
Drew, you and I have been doing this for a little while now. I remember when I was the youngest person on the courts. That is not the case anymore. Obviously, Anna Lee, maybe an outlier there, but I see so much great talent on a regular basis of all ages. All ages. And being able to do it, and there's, obviously the sport is a social sport, and the rec side of it is incredible. You can meet anybody at any time playing this thing. They're really getting active. Yeah, the grind of this is definitely not for the unfit. I mean, these players have went on an absolute tear as far as tournament time goes, and fitness has become a big factor in being able to do this full time.
Frustration there from Kawamoto. And now the drive 2 points away. Jackie Kawamoto, born and raised in Maui, a Dayton Flyer. She's experienced MLP championships in the past. And now it is game point for the drive.
(24-15).
Drive. Schneemann and Irvine set the pace from the start. Just very few errors, steady throughout the game.
The entire match, the entire game right there, they took control of that and just went with it.
So Arizona up 2 games.
The MLP format together, and then I would 100% send Jessie out right now in this to close this out.
So for New York, you've got Lea Jansen and Jack Sock, and this usually the team that comes out last for New York, but this is a must-win game, so they need their best on the court right now.
Side out, .1.
Yeah, there's obviously, you have the other mix that you have to win, but you have to win the first to get to the second. So, we play all 4 because it's a regular season, but you still got to make sure you pull it out. Because New York for sure needs the points for the playoffs.
2-1.
And Jack Sock a little bit frustrated there.
3-1. Side out, .2. Two, 3.
I think this match important for New York. You've got the postseason to look forward to next week in Dallas, and you certainly want to finish here on this final day on a positive note.
Side out, .3.
Of course, New York will have another match later on today, our 3rd match of the day, when they will take on the LA Mad Drops.
Yeah, and it's a short turnaround too, because you got Dallas as well as the playoffs and Worlds happening at the same time. Love to see them get a win here, and later on, just to carry that momentum. I don't want to be going into the playoffs on the backside of momentum, and especially mentally with that short turnaround. That's tough.
4-5. Side out, point
That's sneaky
6.
there by Dylan. Poking that one through. You can tell he's been working a little bit on that type of game. Really holding that paddle out.
Yeah, it does that so well, doesn't he?
Side out, point 5.
This New York team, they were red hot on day 2, taking down DC Pickleball team 3-1, and following it up, doing the same thing to the Orlando Squeeze.
Side out, point 7.
Right in the middle of that point, big gust comes through. Jessie, we'll let you have that one. As far as what's going on with that point.
Side out, point 6.
Flamingo there from Lea. That's fun.
Six, 7.
Oh, looked like it landed in. May have been aided just a little bit by the wind.
Seven, 7.
Jessie, nope, not today.
8. 8, 7. Side out, point 8.
Like that jack firing back a little bit here. Catching Dylan.
8, 8.
You mentioned Jack Sock and the backhand, and players still sort of going after that is sort of his kryptonite. Do you think that shot has made progress over the past year?
100%. You could tell he's been working on it. At this level, it just takes time. You know, he's got to see more of it. He's going to be able to work on those things, you know, and then playing so much as they have, he hasn't a ton of time to really drill it. So he's made a lot of progress on that. It just comes down to a little more time. See, even that point right there, you can tell his pickleball IQ has grown because being able to recognize that Ernie and be in the right position for it ahead of time, you know, that was something that wasn't happening when he first started.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an athletic point there. I mean, Arizona just defended it well, but that's the kind of points that Jack Sock got to keep going. Just keep going for it.
Football, left foot. Side out, point 10.
Emphatically that time, certainly waking everybody up here in South Florida.
We jumped a little bit with that call.
10, 10.
And that's just why you look at this Arizona team, you sometimes wonder how are they not a team that is going to play in the postseason.
11, 10.
Frazier and Daescu, such a good nucleus. Lacy Schneemann. And now the acquisition of Jessie Irvine.
Point.
Yeah, it's interesting, the MLP, right, versus the traditional with the PPA, and they're teaming up quite a bit. You know, you throw these players, that team setting, it's our most requested format for amateurs because they have so much fun doing it. But that team environment, it changes. Changes the dynamic, changes the double strategy. You got way more to think about. And even if you're on the sidelines, you're still invested into the game. So it's a little bit more mentally wearing on players.
11, 12.
Hit long off the paddle of socks, so Arizona will take its reasons.
13-11.
So Frazier and Irvine to serve.
The points are big for New York.
Timeout, point 12.
So if you are New York, how do you come back here, win this game, stay alive?
Yeah, if I'm New York right now, I'm just going full send. Full send. I mean, you've got Jack Sock, one of the most athletic guys in the sport. Just let loose, right? Just to let it rip right there, a little piece of it. I mean, Liz got great defense. She can support that. So if I'm New York, right, just putting a ton of pressure on Arizona and see if they can handle it.
Definitely seeing the best of these players this week. Back in Vegas, remember that was back-to-back off a Carvana PPA Tour event. So that certainly tested the stamina of a lot of MLP's best.
13-14.
There's Irvine cross court.
We talk a lot about the professionals. We see what's on the court, but nobody sees what goes into it off the court, right? So these folks, they have personal trainers, they have nutritionists, they have people that are making sure their body are prepared as best they can for this type of grind and finish off the season.
14-15.
And again, that heavy paddle of Irvine. That thing is like a tomahawk, isn't it?
She's swinging that engage. She's been with them for a long time. Great Florida company. And she's playing so good right now. I'm so happy for Jessie, the way she's playing right now. She's a pro that has put in the work. You could see it in her athleticism. And recently, she's been putting in a lot of work off the court to play at this level.
15-16.
Now, speaking of Jessie Irvine, when we were in Vegas, of course, commentating all the matches, Jessie Irvine would pull up a seat right in front of us and just sit and watch every single match, every point.
New York winning more points like that.
So a one-point game here.
17.
Up for grabs in game 3. New York trying to stay alive. Oh,
they'll take that too. They'll take that too. You know, being able to win some Arizona-type points, getting a little lucky.
17-17. Tied out point. 18.
Aaron Serb's going to give it back here to Arizona. Drew Felios along with David Tabb. Still match number 1 here, MLP Miami. Final day of the regular season.
Point.
And a couple gimmies here for Arizona. New York had just gotten back into it.
I mean, that's tough. They literally just tied it up.
17.
And then 2 gifts right there. Those are tough to recover from, and it's late in the game. That right there, see, getting athletic, really being able to, I mean, you know, hit that forehand, recovering. The reload was nice right there for him, being able to win that point.
Tied out point. 20. (2018).
Just long right there.
Hustlers, 21,
Good timeout. They had the run. Arizona pulled away to do that.
And speaking of that, the Miami Pickleball Club, they've had the chance to star in front of the home fans. Right now, Miami
19-21.
sitting third in Challenger, behind Chicago and SoCal. Jessie Irvine again.
Point, 22.
She has given New York a heavy dose of that shot.
22-19. Side out, point, 20.
You see Jack taking a little more of that middle, able to set up a couple more things. That's 2 points in a row. He's done that. Really getting big.
20-22.
This one goes wide.
23.
Like a little heat check.
They have stayed with Arizona this entire way, just have not been able to pull level or overtake them. Another chance here, and this may be the last opportunity.
21-23.
There it is.
I gotta tell you, that's a terrifying sight, seeing Jack Sock wind up right in front of you. Just putting those away. He definitely hits a hard ball.
22-23.
Here comes the push here from Jansen.
Side out, point, 24.
And again, just when you think they're ready to break out, unforced error, and now game point on the other side.
24-22. Side out, point, 23.
Freeze in effect here. New York will try and take advantage. Wind swirling here.
Side out, 24.
It just clips the top of the net. You can see some frustration still. I mean, they've been frustrated the whole game, but they're right there. If they could just get a couple of good momentum shifting things here at the end, it'd be great.
Jessie Irvine and Dylan Frazier find a way. 25-23. The Hustlers unable to fully get going, and the drive forward to take care of business. So when we come back, we'll have
right here, being able to, show what he's got on the big stage.
0-0.
So steady wind gusts here in South Florida as we're underway game 4. So there's Kawamoto getting New York off to the good start. Keep in mind, we are just playing for points. The match has already been decided. And on deck, the DC Pickleball team in New Jersey Fives. And immediately after this match is concluded.
Side out, point, 1.
That's going to be fun.
1-1. Point.
A slip there from Scarpa. Yeah, I like this team. Scarpa, Kawamoto, pretty steady, good hands at the net.
Point.
Yeah, they're able to defend just a little bit behind it.
There's CJ Klinger. Knew a guy was missing here for New York.
3-1.
Soaking in the South Florida sun. Want to make sure he is healthy and ready to go next week for Dallas.
Yeah, Klinger, not having him for this one, definitely they have a lot of chemistry, and what a great story he's been coming up from winning the Challenger, getting drafted has been a huge part of the success of them making the playoffs.
4-2.
Well played here by Schneemann. Daescu helps out.
Point.
Just out. That's a great battle there. That's Kawamoto to a tee. Just battling,
5-2.
getting a lot of balls back.
Point.
And there you see the relationship between Scarpa and Kawamoto. It's brand new, just called up.
6-2.
That middle is still a riddle to them.
Anderson Scarpa, a little tap on it to score it.
3-6. Side out. Point.
Wow, that's a great angle there. You know, one of the interesting factors here, because you're so used to playing a certain style, the progressive draw
7-3.
changed it up a little bit, but I mean, Schneemann going from the left side to the right side, she had a game off, but that's a tough adjustment sometimes.
Point.
But hitting that angle that she did, and Andrei just getting big.
Yeah, when he gets big, there's not much you can do about it.
8-3.
Good get by Andrei. Kawamoto can't do the same.
The difference in length right there coming into play. I mean, Arizona's pulling away here.
9-3.
And
Point.
misfired off the paddle of Scarpa. When you think about great big men in the game, you've got Daescu, you've got Deco Bar.
10-3.
How about Roscoe Bellamy making a charge now?
Side out. Point.
Just an
4.
ongoing joke in the rec courts is, should taller people have an extra kitchen line, right?
4-10. Side out. Point.
I mean, he got big right there. But one of the fun things that you saw on that point, I was really impressed with, if you're replaying that one, watch the feet of Scarpa and Kawamoto to hit that many resets and actually get back to the kitchen line. It's pretty impressive.
Go football. Push.
Oh,
Never
another football.
reestablished. Side out.
Alan Roman
Point.
right there
5.
to make the call.
I'll recall. 5-11.
And
Side
that
out,
serve
point,
goes
12.
right. You see the wind just playing crazy tricks with the ball right now.
12-5.
Oh, that's a good athleticism.
point
Look at the
6.
reload. He's able to hit that dink and right back into position. Schneemann not able to sneak that lob past him.
Anderson Scarpa, 30 years old, talked
6,
about his
12.
playing career at Mercer, how much he learned playing at a smaller school.
Point.
You know, a couple of years ago, Mercer had the big NCAA tournament win in basketball. I believe they beat Duke. And Anderson said that
7-12.
afterwards, the following days, they were literally serving filet mignon in the cafeteria, savoring that moment. And then after that, a few days, things went back to normal.
13-7.
The life of a college athlete. So many of these pickleball players have lived it and now thriving. Maybe swing by the event as well. Should be a party unlike any other. As Andrei Daescu misfires coming out of the timeout. Also got to mention the concert series. They've got entertainers at this thing every single night.
I keep seeing announcements, celebrities, entertainers, all the different types of events that are going to be going on there. Over 3,500 players projected to be there. The signups have been incredible. The pickleball world's going to descend, and on Dallas, it's going to be one of the best. One of the best scenes that we're going to have this year.
Justin Moore, Morgan Evans, Peyton Smith, Mackenzie Carpenter, and others. And we'll also have MLP there. And the first few rounds of the postseason.
Point 9.
It's long. New York definitely got to go on a big run here. They've been playing behind the whole match. I want to see them just construct a few points. You got Kawamoto doing things like that. That's a good point, just wide. I like Kawamoto getting aggressive.
15-9.
That's a great point. Perfect for what needed. Just a display of all their talents. Great hands by Scarpa. Great resets from Kawamoto. And just aggressive dinks. It's a new style of her game.
Hustlers trying to keep Arizona close, but Daescu putting a little bit more on his plate. There are sequences where he'll hit 8, 10 in a row, and then Lacy will come on, do the exact same thing.
16-10. Point, timeout, New York Hustlers, 17-10.
Frustration and grew. We've seen it over the years grow, and being able to have MLP there, I heard was a lot of fun, and they still give out the beer jugs as prizes to the amateurs there.
Dine in.
MLP still being adjusted year to year. Expect next year. We hear lots of talk of a more condensed season. Interesting to see how that all takes place.
Yeah, as someone who has pro league and semi-pros, I can tell you, it is always a work in progress because the players are evolving, the sport is evolving, and just trying to find the right fit for everybody definitely takes some work. And people forget this is still a newer sport, but MLP's still newer and finding it out. I love all the twists and turns of watching it develop. We'll say in years from now that we got a chance to see this in the beginning phases.
Side out, point 11.
So 11-19 here. Hustlers, been an uphill climb for them.
11-19.
Anderson Scarpa called to duty last minute.
Side out, point 20. 20-11.
Just wide. Needed that one to fall in. He reached 21st in every game here.
Great shot that time by Kawamoto. Just waiting for that big run for New York. It has not happened throughout this entire match. I think the most points they've been able to string together is probably about 2. Have they had a 3 or 4 point run? I don't think so.
Being able to grind out games is definitely a skill set, but Arizona was going on runs and just putting on displays, able to really control points. And they played their game the entire way through.
Scarpa slaps his paddle, trying to dig in here.
23-12.
Offer at least some resistance. Daescu's ATP, Kawamoto pulls it off.
So you see Scarpa, he has, you know, a really exaggerated grip, able to really angle that backhand.
13-23. Point. $14-23.
Oh, nicely done for Scarpa, and now finally a 3-point run for the Hustlers.
Down 8. The win on your serve, obviously a key factor in this. They got to definitely put together a few more to get within that striking range.
And we'll get a chance later on today to see the Kawamotos, Jackie and Jade, battle each other when the Mad Drops face the Hustlers in our third match of the day. But right now, Arizona looking for the clean sweep. Lacy Schneemann is perfect today.
That was a display. The entire match, Arizona taking control. We talked about it before. Schneemann being able to really focus in and hit her shot. She performed well. And Jessie doing what she's been doing for the past.
Back to MLP Miami here on Championship Court. Arizona Drive just taking care of the New York Hustlers in our first match of the day. And now in the winner's circle, it's Lacy Schneemann and Andrei Daescu of the Drive. And Lacy, we'll start with you. Recently celebrating a birthday, turning 28 years old. Awesome accomplishment there and playing the game you love. Can you tell us about what it's meant to you to suit up for the Drive this season, even though you're not playing for the postseason?
Yeah, I appreciate the congrats. I worked really hard to get here, so thank you for that. But no, it's been great. I mean, yeah, a bit of a bummer to kind of find our stride this late in the season. You know, adding Jessie was obviously helped us win quite a few matches, and bummer to not continue, but I've really enjoyed playing with this squad. It was a bunch of people that I really hadn't played too much with, so getting to play with different people is always fun, and learning different matchups and just kind of exploring different opportunities has been fun, and we'll see how it goes next year and if we kind of stay together or not.
Andrei, what's going on, baby? Look at this. We're in South Florida. MLP is here. You're a South Florida native. What's it been like playing in this atmosphere? Some of the elements coming into play, but, you know, kind of being in our hometown here representing Florida.
It's been hot and humid, which we're used to, you know. Today is actually nice with a little cloud cover, but no, I think the crowd came out in large numbers. You know, yesterday was a lot of fun playing, today as well. So a big thank you to the crowd for coming out. There's a lot of players playing on the backcourt, so it just shows how popular the sport is here in South Florida. And you know, it just meant a lot to be able to represent AZ Drive here in Miami. Didn't get the start that we wanted, but look, coming out today on a Sunday morning and not a lot of stake, and just coming out and having that kind of energy and competing this hard, you know, shows a lot about our team. And kind of like Lacy said, we found our stride a little too late, but we can take a lot of positives from this experience.
You guys are such a fun team to watch. So you're going to play one more time today on Grandstand at 3 p.m. against DC. What do you want to prove in that match going out here in 2024?
I don't think there's much to prove there. We just want to play our best. We want to compete our hardest and hopefully pick up another W for the AZ Drive. We know we can play well. We have great teammates as well. Jessie and Dylan have played very well as well, and we just hope we can go out with a bang and get one more win for the AZ Drive.
What he said.
Andrei Daescu, Lacy Schneemann, guys, congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
All right, great
Thank
stuff. Here to start day number 4 of MLP Miami. Here's the standings updated. Arizona 3 more points, now up to 28. If the postseason were to include 7 or 8 teams, they'd be the 7 seed, but it's only 6. Keep in mind the first 2 seeds, St. Louis and New Jersey. And one of those teams, the New Jersey Fives, they are on the court. They are getting warmed up right now. The DC Pickleball team will be the opponent. We will have the call next on Pickleball.